Welcome to the second part of our Holy Week retreat, our virtual retreat this Holy Week. I am Father Jason Laguerta, Parish Priest of Santa Maria Goretti Parish and Director of the Office for the Promotion of New Evangelization. The silence that speaks. We meditate on the liturgy of Good Friday and meditate also on Holy Saturday and the theology of the cross and the tomb. Yesterday, we meditated on the theme of love that descends. And the liturgy of Palm Sunday to Good Friday, and in the middle is the celebration of the Mass of the Lord's Supper, as well as the Christmas. If we are to summarize the theme of these celebrations, they would talk about the humility and kenosis of God, love that descends. Now we focus on Good Friday and Holy Saturday, and we call it the silence that speaks. The altar should be completely bare, without a cross, without candles, without linens. This is the rubric on Good Friday. Wala kang makikita, walang dekorasyon at palamuti, tahimik ang simbahan, tahimik din pagdating ng Sabado, habang nakahimlay ang Diyos sa kanyang libingan. The Paschal mystery is anamnesis. The whole Holy Week is an act of remembering. And anamnesis is not just an ordinary remembering of the events in the past. Anamnesis is making present what happened before, rearticulating this, integrating this in our experience today. Mahalaga sa buong linggong ito ng Semana Santa ang katahimikan. Silence, kapatid. At ito yung nawala sa mundo natin ngayong napakaingay. There is so much noise around us. Hindi ko alam kung natatandaan nyo pa yung panahon na pag Biyernes Santo, ramdam mo na patay ang Diyos, ramdam mo na pumasok na tayo bilang isang sambayanan sa pinakamasakit at pinakamasaklap na karanasan na tayo ay magbabalik tanaw sa kamatayan ng Diyos, sa katahimikan ng kanyang libingan. But that silence of Good Friday and Holy Saturday is not an empty silence. It is a silence that speaks of something so important and powerful, reminding us of the redemption that Jesus offered us. Did not happen by way of an army liberating a country or a nation. The redemption Jesus offered to us on the cross was a liberation without fanfare, a liberation that happened in complete silence. In the Good Friday celebration, in the veneration of the cross, the priest enters, there is no greeting, there is no chant, and he lies face down on the floor, and all the people kneel. This is how the Good Friday veneration of the cross begins. Before the mystery of what love is willing to undergo, we prostrate ourselves in silence. We cannot speak about it. We cannot even name it or articulate it because of the depths of its pain, because we have killed God. There are no words that can match the abomination that we have done as humanity. The death of God did not just happen some 2,000 years ago. The death of God happens even to this day. Hanggang ngayon, namamatay at pinapatay ang Diyos. Sa maraming mga namamatay sa giyera, sa maraming mga pinapatay sa dilim, at minsan pa nga, ang nakakalungkot at nakakatakot, marami ding mga pinapatay at pinapaslang sa kung saan tirik ang araw. Hindi na natatakot ang paggawa ng kasamaan. We are invited now to enter into the silence of Gethsemane, to the silence of Calvary, to the silence of the tomb. And we meditate on the immense mystery of God's death and sacrifice. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 52 and 53, we see the grammar of the suffering servant. Isaiah prophesied, He was pierced for our offenses. He was crushed for our sins. Upon Him was the chastisement that makes us whole. By His stripes we were healed. Isaiah prophesied this some hundreds and thousands of years ago. And even to this day, this prophecy is being fulfilled and it is happening. Many are getting wounded. Many are getting killed. Maraming mga tao ang nasusugatan. Maraming mga tao ang namamatay. And yet, in the prophecy of the suffering servant of Isaiah, by His wounds we were healed. The singular wound of the singular servant becomes the healing of the many. The early church recognized in the servant suffering the face of Jesus. And so, on this second night of our meditation on the Holy Week, we focus on the wounds of Christ, the wound in His feet, the wound on His knees, the wound in His side, the wound in His breast, in His heart, the wound in His face, the wound in His head, all around His body, thousands of wounds, all painful, all taken with courage and strength for love, all taken in silence, not in complaining, not in retaliation, but He took everything in with love, with compassion. By His wounds, we were healed. This Holy Week, we enter into the story of the suffering servant of Isaiah. This suffering servant who has given and surrendered all. And this suffering servant who is still laying down his life and surrendering his life for all of us even to this day. We meditate on the wounds of Jesus. First, the wound in His feet. Ano yung mga sugat ng ating paa? Marami sa atin ay nagtitiis sa katahimikan, nagtitiis sapagkat tayo'y nakapako sa ating kalagayan sa buhay. We may not articulate or say it. We may not share it with others around us. But many of us are like the suffering servant, suffering in silence. Nakapako ang paa. Hindi makagalaw, hindi makausad, hindi makalakad, hindi makapagsalita, sapagkat tayo ay dumaraan sa matinding pag-aabuso, dumaraan sa matinding kalungkutan at pag-iisa. we meditate on the wound of Jesus in His feet, and we remember that all of us are like Him, stuck somewhere in our life, in pain, suffering in silence. Focus now on the feet of the Lord, and remember also, you are like Him. You cannot move because you are stuck somewhere in your life. Allow the feet of Jesus to release you, to liberate you from your experiences of slavery and addiction, of being stuck, of not being able to move forward. And we move up to the wounds in His knees, sa kanyang mga tuhod na ilang beses siya na natumba nung daladala niya ang krus. Sa mga tuhod niya na puno ng sugat nung siya ay nasa Garden of Gethsemane, na buong gabing nagdarasal sa kanyang Ama. Even before Jesus was crucified, He suffered really so many wounds in His knees. And we look at ourselves, many of us also are suffering because we are in pain, because we are not able to humble ourselves before God, to look for His forgiveness, to beg for His mercy. And this is the invitation for us this Holy Week. Lumuhod tayo muli. Ang tingin ko nga po, hanggat hindi nagkakakalyo ang ating mga tuhod, hindi pa tayo nagdadasal ng totoo at ng sapat. Huwag tayong matakot na masugatan ang ating tuhod. Kasi si Jesus, lalo na ang larawan ng Jesus Nazareno, ito ang Jesus na nasaktan at nasugatan ang kanyang tuhod. Ngunit tinanggap niya ang sugat. At yun din ang paanyaya niya sa ating lahat. The invitation of Jesus for all of us this Holy Week. Once again, kneel down. Lumuhod ka ulit. Kahit masugatan, kahit magkakalyo at masaktan. Let Jesus help us. Humble yourself before Jesus. This Good Friday, let us venerate the cross. Kneel down before the cross of the Lord and beg Him to heal you. Because by His wounds, we are healed. Jesus on Good Friday is the King that was enthroned on the cross. Jesus knows everything. He tells Pilate, "My kingdom is not of this world." And He made a declaration, "It is finished." Tetelestai. He completed His mission. He did not wait for others to complete His mission for Him. And He was handed over by Judas. In the Greek word that was used, paradidomi. Jesus was handed over to those who would put Him to death. But they thought they had power over Jesus. Akala nila sila yung suko kay Jesus sa mga maghuhusga sa Kanya. Pero ang katotohanan, si Jesus ang kusang loob na naghandog ng Kanyang sarili para sa kaligtasan ng lahat. This Holy Week, we are invited by Jesus that in the silence of Good Friday and Holy Saturday, let us remember the love that enables us to give also ourselves. Let us also entrust our lives, our debts to the God who suffered in silence and to the God who has surrendered everything for the sake of His mission. On Good Friday, we are invited. Behold the wood of the cross on which hung the salvation of the world. Come, let us adore. We are invited to adore a Roman instrument of execution, because in the hands of God, it became the throne of mercy. Sa katahimikan ng Biyernes Santo, sa katahimikan ng libingan ng tagapagligtas ng sanlibutan, si Jesus ay nagbibigay sa atin ng kagalingan, ng lunas at ng pag-asa. For those of you who are suffering in silence, for those of you who are about to give up, behold the cross that has saved us. Behold the crucified Jesus who does not forsake us in our wounds and in our pains. If we are to bear our suffering in silence, so be it. But you must surrender this pain and suffering before Jesus on the cross. This Holy Week, we are invited by Jesus to entrust and surrender all our pains and wounds before Him. Let the Lord heal us. Let the Lord help us. And as we enter into Holy Saturday, as we hold vigil at the tomb of the dead Christ, let it be said that it was not an empty silence. Something great is happening. There is great silence on earth. The whole earth keeps silence because the King is asleep. He has descended into the uttermost abyss of human experience so that no darkness is beyond His reach. Pinasok niya ang kalungkutan ng kamatayan, ang kahihiyan ng krus ng kriminal. Pinasok niya ang napakalamig na libingan ng mga taong wala nang makaalala at wala nang pag-asa, nasa kadiliman ng impyerno ng kasalanan. Pinasok ni Jesus lahat ang mga karanasan ng tao na dahil napakasaklap at napakasakit ay hindi na nila masambit o mapangalanan sa kanilang buhay. But the Word that became flesh becomes the Word that breaks the silence open. As He invited Lazarus, come out. As Lazarus stayed in his tomb for a few days, Jesus calls him out, come, Lazarus, come out. Bumangon ka. And this is the invitation for all of us this Holy Week. Enter into silence. Huwag nating hayaan na masayang ang Semana Santa dahil napakaingay ng ating paligid. Sa ating mga tao ngayon, hindi na tayo sanay sa katahimikan. Gusto natin laging may ingay. Gusto natin laging may naririnig. For once, the invitation for us, let us enter into this great and deep mystery of the silence of God on Good Friday and Holy Saturday. Sa katahimikan ng langit, sa kamatayan ng Diyos, makikita natin ang sagot sa marami nating mga tanong. Mararamdaman natin na sa katahimikan, unti-unti niyang binubuhay, binibigyang sigla't liwanag ang ating buhay, ang ating pamilya, ang ating bansa, ang buong sangkatauhan. Let the silence of Good Friday and Holy Saturday lead us to the Word that gives life.